Donald Trump telling him to come back to the negotiating table now is a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, what a impotent leader to be sitting there talking about coming back to the negotiating table. It's like sitting after Pearl Harbor and telling FDR, now's the time to go negotiate with the Japanese.
Right.
Negotiations are over now. The time for negotiations was before this. And so, yeah, Donald Trump looks, and man, I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed like the right one. But he should be impeached and removed for this one, and not on some not on some ridiculous Nancy Pelosi. Of course, the Congress will never do it because they're all a bunch of corrupt hacks.
This is the one thing they support. This is
Donald Trump should be impeached and removed for this. All of his supporters should turn on him. It's the absolute betrayal of everything that he ran and campaigned on and everything that he stood for. And I will say, despite the fact that, Donald Trump supporters have been labeled like a cult following, and that certainly is true for a percentage of his supporters, he is going to lose his coalition over this. I don't just speak for myself when I say there are a lot of us who simply will not go along with this. So it's just a devastating mistake. By the way, on top of that, he's also going to lose the deportation fight because of this. Because right now he needed all the political capital he could have to turn that, you got a majority support for deportations, but the minority is very mobilized and they're out and they're protesting all around the country. He needed all of his political capital for that move. So here's what we got. The neocons win. More war abroad and, bomb the world and invite the world. No matter who you vote for, you always get John McCain.
Well, well, well. That was MAGA's resident libertarian LARPer, Dave Smith, joining ketamine king Elon Musk in the bold new club of cucked out neocon-hating conservatives. Yep, Divas Dave just called for Trump's impeachment over the increasingly chaotic Iran-Israel clusterfuck. And while Elon did it after getting booted from the White House in a K-hole rage spiral, at least Dave here managed to string together a semi-coherent argument between podcast appearances and awkward Joe Rogan nod-fests. He warns MAGA's gonna turn on him for this. Bro, you think MAGA has beliefs? These people couldn't find a round on a globe if it smacked them in the face and called them patriot. Their ideology begins and ends with whatever Trump said last night on Truth Social, followed by an amen. And let's be real, it's not just Dave. The cracks in the Trump regime are starting to look like the San Andreas fault during an earthquake. His approval ratings are straight plummeting, his hires are complete brazen jokers, his bills are pork-loaded bureaucratic train wrecks, and his inner circle, a cosplay disaster of failed pundits, rage-bait podcasters, and Kristi Noem's ghostwriter. This administration is less America first and more America flailing, and it's only getting worse. But hey, at least we now know the threshold for calling out Trump. It's either ketamine withdrawals or the imminent threat of nuclear war. God bless this clown show.